everybody. Hi, everybody. Hi. Can't see you now, I've stood up here. Hi. Welcome to the Mill. My name's Katrina Lazaroff, the director of the Mill. I can't see you as well now that I've stood up here, but I thought I'd better because otherwise I wouldn't see you. Some of you have just come from an event out the front, so thank you for being part of that, and now we're here. This is one of our breakout residencies, a free-range breakout residency. It was good, it was funny. So it's with great pleasure that I welcome you today to Jamila Main's residency. Jamila is an emerging playwright and she's also acting in the show today. I'd also like to take a moment to acknowledge the traditional owners and custodians of the land on which we stand here today, the Kaurna people of the Adelaide Plains, and pay our respects to their elders past and present and their connection to country. So that's important to us here at the Mill. I'd also like to acknowledge the unceded lands of the Kulin Nations in Melbourne and the unceded paramount lands of the Adelaide Hills, on which two of the artists in this creative development have been working during this project. The work you see today is a first stage creative development of How to Eat Rabbit, the latest play from actor and playwright Jamila Main, as I mentioned before, with actor Audrey Mason-Hyde, director dramaturg Teddy Dunn, who's been working from Melbourne, and movement choreographer Erin Fowler, who's in there with you. I can't see you now. Oh, there you are. Shabana Aziz will be reading the stage directions for the showing. I don't know Shabana, but are you here too?
Yeah.
Where are you? Hi, Shabana. How to Eat Rabbit asks how we survive as our planet rockets towards climate catastrophe and how we prioritise our own survival against our responsibility for those around us. How to Eat Rabbit was awarded a merit award from the State Theatre Company of South Australia in the 2019 Young Playwrights Awards. So Jamila Main is an amazing emerging artist doing so many things, and we celebrate them being here with us today. So the Mill has supported the project with 2 weeks rehearsal space, support from the Mill team, and technical, promotional and marketing support. On behalf of Jamila, I'd like to thank Brian Mason. Brian, I think you, where are you? Yeah, sorry. Hi, Brian. For assisting the team with filming this showing. Kobe Donaldson, technical support and operator, and Rumpus for loaning the live streaming equipment. So this is streamed live today, which is fantastic. Something COVID's done is created a lot of amazing stuff online. Jamila would also like to thank the Sydney Maya Foundation and the James and Diana Ramsey Foundation, whose COVID-19 quick response grants have funded this project. Also to acknowledge job seeker payments this week that have helped funded Jamila and the team to be here. We're having a Q&A after the showing, and if those of you that may have to leave, we will open the doors, that's fine. But if you can stay along, that'll be great. Some housekeeping, the toilets are through there and to the right, to the left, and drinks are happening at the back, so please feel free to take a drink at any time. So I'll zip and thank you so much.
Hello, thank you for coming. I'm Jamila. I am a tall person with brown hair and I'm wearing a stripy top and overalls. This is my voice.
Hi, I'm Audrey. I'll be playing Alex. I have curly hair. I'm wearing maroon overalls and a white shirt.
Hello, I'm Shabana. I am a short human. I am wearing spotty socks and humongous boots, and this is my voice. How to Eat Rabbit, Jamila Main. This play was written on stolen Kaurna and paramount land, where sovereignty has never been ceded, lands where storytelling has taken place for thousands of years. I pay my respects to the Kaurna and paramount peoples and to all First Nations people, the traditional custodians of this land. I recognise their continuing spiritual connection to land, water, skies and community. I pay my respects to elders past, present, emerging and future. Playwright's note. I stand on the shoulders of the queer and disabled ancestors who came before me. Intimacy. Where there are intimate moments between the characters, I encourage safety, consent, and respect of all involved to be pursued. No moment is more important than the safety of the people involved. If an intimate moment cannot be achieved with safety, respect, or the actor's consent, an alternative must be found. Casting. I encourage that the casting process for this play considers inclusion and representation of the true diversity of our society. I specifically note that these roles must be played by non-binary, trans, gender diverse, or actors who are women. Cam must be played by an actor with a lived experience of disability or chronic illness. They modify the exercise cycles as they need. The identities of the characters are at your interpretation. I only stipulate that the characters are not in a romantic or sexual relationship with each other. Characters. Cam, Alex, and voices 1, 2, 3, and 4. Location. An underground bunker, not too far but not too close to the nearest town. There is a ladder to enter and exit the bunker. There are no grey areas when it comes to survival. Either we go on as a civilization or we don't. We have to change. Greta Thunberg, 2019. How to Eat Rabbit, Jamila Main. Scene 1. 2 people run hard on the spot. They yell. They run harder. One of them yells again. They turn to each other. They fight. Alex produces a knife. Cam disarms Alex. Cam holds the knife in the air between their bodies. A moment. Cam drops the knife. This is not a dystopia. This is our world, our present. This is today. Scene 2.
Come on, keep the momentum. What do we do once we've caught one?
We put our hands on around its little,
Yes?
around its little warm, soft.
Twist our hands and break its neck.
And hear bone snapping.
Come on, next part.
I didn't expect the end of the world to be so violent.
Come on, Cam, hit me with it. I know you know it.
Once we've trapped the little creature in the snare and it's become dead, we slide its little body free, we carry it back into the bunker, and then Alex, I don't know if I can do it.
Keep going. What do we do next?
I really don't think I'll be able to actually, physically eat it. Flesh, a corpse, the dead body of an animal, I know how to set the snare, but I don't think I could see a little animal struggling in the trap, trying to escape, in pain, fighting for its life, or dead because of me.
I see.
It's cruel.
What if you make the snare and set it, and then I deal with the animal?
Deal with it. All of it.
Yeah.
So I take the wire, go out of the bunker, lay the snare, and come back here, and then you go and check the snare, and you've got it. Our dinner. Say a rabbit, a little grey one with a furry white belly.
Yeah.
And you bring it back here.
Yeah.
You get the knife and cut the 4 feet off at the knees.
Yeah.
You cut off the tail and the head.
Yeah.
You lift the fur away from the rabbit's little white belly and make an incision with the knife, careful not to pierce the flesh, and cut from the belly to the neck.
Correct. Great attention to detail.
You pull the skin away from the rabbit's inside flesh, and since it's fresh, the skin comes away easily. You pop the stumps of the 4 legs through and pull the skin down like you're undressing the little guy.
Yeah, that's how I do it.
So then you make a second incision into the belly, this time into the flesh, taking care not to pierce the intestines.
Right.
You reach into the rabbit, grab the intestines, and pull them out.
I'd set aside the liver here too. It's the tastiest part, so I've read.
Then you cut the rabbit's edible flesh up, wash it, cook it over the fire. So all I need to do is close my eyes and bite.
Yeah.
And chew. And swallow. And taste it on my tongue and smell it on my breath.
Yeah.
And think about Cedric, my little brown rabbit when I was 6, who would fall asleep on my chest as I did.
Yeah.
And think about this rabbit, who it was, what brought it pleasure. Is there a family of bunny rabbits waiting for their parent to come home? Waiting in their burrow? this rabbit with an entire universe of little rabbit thoughts and feelings and memories and relationships inside it.
Yeah,
I don't think I can eat it.
but that's the simplest bit. Rest break is over. Power cycle.
They start their cycle of sit-ups, push-ups, squats, etc.
All you'd have to do is bite, chew, swallow, repeat. Sustenance, protein, energy, survival.
No, thank you.
It's a truly organic rabbit, caught in the wild, killed humanely.
Can anything about killing be humane?
A fast twist, and it's over. It's us or the rabbit.
That's not the point.
They're pests. They're furry colonizers who have caused immense ecological devastation to this planet.
So have we.
If you don't, your body won't be able to function. You'll get weaker and weaker until you drop.
I'll eat other things.
Just eat the rabbit.
We can't eat just rabbit. We'll get mal de caribou.
What's that?
Rabbit starvation. Protein poisoning. Our bodies will be in an excess of lean meat consumption. We'll be lacking the essential fats and carbohydrates we need to maintain healthy bodies.
You've thought a lot about this.
Yep.
You didn't think about discussing it with me?
We're discussing it now.
We're not going to get rabbit starvation. We'll eat other things too,
Yes, we will.
including, but not limited to, rabbits.
You can, but I won't be eating rabbit.
Cam stops doing the power cycle.
Is it just rabbits you're opposed to? Cam,
No.
keep going.
I need a minute.
The cycles are specifically timed for
In
maximum.
a second.
You need to be ready.
I will be. I'll be vegan and strong and ready.
Could you eat animals you didn't keep as a childhood pet? What about a deer?
I've seen Bambi. I am not being responsible for creating baby deer orphans all over the place.
Is there one animal you think you could try eating?
I don't eat dead animals or live ones. Not my fault your parents didn't ever buy you a guinea pig and teach you the sanctity of life.
They eat guinea pigs in Peru.
Oh my god.
It's considered a delicacy.
I am not eating guinea pig.
Cam resumes the power cycle, but with less rigor. Alex hits every rep with precision.
What about fish? There's a river near.
Dead animal.
We won't survive as vegans. I'm not thrilled about it either. But when it comes down to our survival,
Dandelions.
what about dandelions?
We'll eat them. And wild orchids. They're always on those fancy little desserts.
Canapes.
Figs, cherries, berries.
Oh yeah, and some mushrooms too, and get poisoned and die.
We won't eat mushrooms. They have almost 0 calories. They won't sustain us. There's no point risking it. There's plenty of things we can eat. Live off the land, you know. I've Googled it.
How?
The phone.
Cam, it's only for emergencies.
This is crucial life-saving information.
We can't waste electricity on charging the phone constantly.
I know, but now I know to avoid eating anything with a milky sap, an almondy smell, anything with spines or thorns.
We are not trying to survive being vegan. And no berries either. You'll end up dead. But eating a rabbit wouldn't kill you.
I don't think I could bring myself to eat the little rabbit. I couldn't. I can't.
You wouldn't.
I don't believe so.
Even if it was meant there was nothing for you to eat? If all our supplies had run out and we were just living off the land? No tinned beans, no tofu, no cruelty-free almond milk lattes.
It really must be the end of the world if there's no coffee.
Just us and our knife.
Just us against the world.
You and me.
Me and you.
And the only thing between you and starvation, between you and death, is eating a rabbit. Or a fish. Or maybe a deer.
Rest break.
You okay?
Stitch.
The only thing keeping you from being a functioning, healthy human being is a carnivorous meal where I've done all the nasty work, you don't even have to look at it, and you won't do it.
I don't think I can.
Wellness cycle.
They move into position, mountain pose with hands in prayer at their hearts. They meditate. They flow through a sequence and come to forward fold. Cam rises up and moves into the next sequence. Alex remains folded over.
Alex, you okay? Are you hurt?
Would you do it for me?
What was that?
Would you do it for me?
Would I do what for you?
Eat it.
Eat it.
If I cooked us a lovely meal with so many spices you wouldn't even notice the taste, wouldn't know it's there, and I asked you, would you eat the rabbit?
Oh. When we're desperate?
When we're struggling. Not now.
Later.
Yes.
To eat it for you.
For you. To survive.
I want to live.
Hygiene cycle. I call first wash.
Hey, no, you had first wash last time.
Race you.
I'm not racing you. You always win.
Snooze, you lose.
Cam checks Alex has gone, then doubles over, grabbing their stomach.
Fuck. Fuck. Oh, fuck. Fuck. Fuck.
Breathing hard, Cam sinks to their knees. Cam muffles another moan. Cam eases their way to the floor and lies on their back, panting. They lie on the ground, trying to find a comfortable position. They knock into something. They look for it. The knife has been left behind. Cam moves away from it.
That's 2 minutes. Cam, your turn.
Coming.
Cam looks around for something to grab onto. There isn't anything. Then carefully inches their way back to standing, taking care not to trigger more pain. Alex returns, fresh and clean. Perhaps Alex has visible trans tape, top surgery scars, or wears a binder. Alex clocks the knife. Cam stays where they are. Alex walks over and collects the knife. Cam goes to wash, masking their pain well, but walking with a slight limp. Alex practices punches, slashes, and parries with the knife. Scene 3. Cam is stringing up paper lanterns while flicking through videos on a phone, which is plugged into a charger. Cam clicks, a video starts playing. We hear a voice from the video. It's crucial you specify the exact location of your abdominal pain, for males and females. Cam skips to the next video. At some point in our life, everybody experiences stomach pain. When you feel pain, there's no need to be alarmed. You're likely just constipated and need to eat more. Cam skips. I'm living in constant pain. I can't go to work or see my friends. My pain is particularly excruciating around my period, but the doctors can't tell me what's wrong. Alex returns. Cam hides the phone and hurries to the pile of tins. Cam unpacks more tins from the eco shopping bags. Cam tries to lift a bag, but has to put it down. Cam stacks tins.
Amelia, Harmony, Anouk, Nev, Cameron, Sigourney, Aaron, Akesh, Ali, Hope, Edward, Eddie, Ed, Edie, Edwina, Camille.
I'm just sanitizing. I don't want to get you sick.
How were the shops?
The supply run was uneventful. It's pretty quiet there now. Everyone is staying home and there's signs everywhere.
Alex enters wearing a backpack, climbing down the ladder.
Welcome, Bunker. Glad you're back.
There's no place like Bunker.
I've been thinking about the bunker.
What about it?
Some changes we could be working on, some improvements.
Improvements. Like these?
They're homey. We can't be surrounded by concrete and steel. It's not good for us, psychologically.
We can't waste electricity on these.
They're just for decoration. But the other improvements...
What more could we need? Bunker is perfect.
Before it gets too dangerous to be outside or go on shopping trips...
Supply runs.
Now is a great time for some home improvements. Oh, I should have brought my fairy lights.
Alex unpacks their bag, stacking tins of food.
What improvements did you have in mind?
Well, firstly, the entrance into the bunker is really uneven and rocky.
That's the point. It's meant to be hidden. It's a secret underground bunker. It's supposed to be hard to get to.
But, like, anything with wheels couldn't get into our bunker.
Right.
And then all the stairs and the ladder. It's exhausting climbing all of those.
This is an underground bunker.
Is an underground elevator.
Out of the question.
Our toilet facilities are super cramped.
You try reading blueprints and installing a working sanitary sewerage system into an underground bunker.
Okay, baby Einstein. I'm just thinking of different possibilities. 2 heads are better than 1, right? And 3
is a crowd.
And in the way of our ability to control the climate inside the bunker...
I've done my best. Put another layer on if you're chilly.
And there's only 2 beds.
Because there's only 2 of us.
Forever, though? Just you and me in the bunker?
That's the plan.
Me and you.
You and me. 2 beds, 2 chairs, 2 forks, 2 spoons, 2 cups, 2 plates.
So you didn't want to save anyone else?
We can't save everyone.
What if you or me get sick or injured? We'd need help.
That's what the bunker is for.
You're the one who says we've got to be ready.
I know.
Then we need to be ready.
We will be.
The 2 of us.
That's who I've based all the calculations on for. How much food, water, blankets, medical supplies. I just didn't realise. I wasn't aware you thought there were other people who would be joining us.
Okay.
Is it?
So you don't want anyone else in the bunker? No family, no friends?
It's not about wanting. You're my family.
And you're my family.
If the water rises here, if the fires reach here, if a plague of locusts reach here...
There might be ways other people could get into our bunker, and we can let them in.
That won't be safe. We need to be self-contained. There's a scientist in the Northern Hemisphere talking about how we need quality air-controlled bunkers everywhere right now.
Yeah.
Did you know our air quality today is worse than Shanghai?
I knew it was bad from the fires.
The whole country. They should all be wearing masks out there.
What if something happens to one of us, and the other one is out? What if there's only one of us in the bunker? Do we lock the other one out?
Fighting cycle, let's go.
Alex gets into position, fists up ready. Alex jabs in midair.
We can work around it.
We need to be tough.
What about some kind of seal?
Strong, hard, fast, ready.
Like an interior quarantine pod or an airlock.
It's a hard world.
We could build an airlock, couldn't we? Then someone could go into the airlock and we can open the second door and let them inside the bunker.
We're going to have some hard decisions to make.
And if it's not safe to let them through, we can keep some basic supplies in the airlock so they can survive until it is safe to let them in.
But we need to be ready. We have to get strong.
Alex jabs harder.
Let's build an airlock. Will you stop boxing the air, please?
Come on, fight cycle.
I don't feel like it.
Put your hands up.
I'm trying to talk
Just
to
be
you.
my bag then if you're not going to train.
Cam punches. Alex parries.
Good one.
We need more tins.
I'll get more next supply run.
Alex and Cam practice sparring.
And menstruation pads. They'll be good for cuts as well, if something happens to one of us. Dual use, all round the month.
How many
Could you bring me a soy latte?
Here.
Alex produces a sachet of instant coffee.
Just add hot water and stir. Cafes were all closed. This was all I could get.
Thank you.
Do you want to drink it now?
I'll save it for later. The last coffee in the world. Should be drunk at an important moment.
Good idea.
Alex unpacks tins from a shopping bag, adding them to the growing towers around the bunker.
How long did we plan for in the original calculations? How long can you plan for? What's our estimate for when it will be okay? Like, are we optimistic or pessimistic? What's realistic? We don't have a precedence to compare it to. Do we just pick an istic? What about 3 months? But if that's not long enough and we run out of supplies and we can't go above ground, that's, well, that's suicide. We've made our own grave. We're already buried. Whoa, the bunker becomes a coffin. Dark. Then we prepare for the worst and hope for the best, I guess. So, is 6 months long enough? 9? A year? 2 years? 5? Fuck, like 10 years? How long do we prepare for? And we've prepared for the 2 of us. Would a third really drastically change those numbers?
Who would ask us for help?
What do you mean?
Why would anyone come to us for help? How would they know to?
I meant theoretically. Hypothetically, someone, however it came to be, could ask to stay.
We don't have to answer the door. They can't break it down.
Why would they break it down?
That door is the peak of my skill. That door is invincible. I guess we would have to sit there and listen to them beg and plead and pound on the door. If you're worried about it, we can soundproof it. Our priority needs to be us. You and me. Me and you. We need to make it through. The 2 of us.
But what if there were more of us?
Can we just keep ourselves alive first, please?
I should go wash before bed.
I'll wait up for you.
Cam goes. Alex begins furiously speeding through the cardio and fight cycles. Scene 5. Cam is on the phone, plugged into the charger. The phone dings. The tone is familiar. Cam checks the message, but before they can read it, the phone dings again, and 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 again. Cam holds the phone as the messages flood in, trying to read them all. The power circuits and the lights fail.
It's happening! Alex! Where are you? It's here! It's all ending!
Cam grapples with the charger and the phone.
Cam, where are you?
It's happening!
It's not happening!
Where are you?
It's not the end of the world, dumbass.
It's not?
No!
How do you know?
It's fine.
What is it?
It's a blackout.
A blackout?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
How do you know?
We need to restart the generator.
The generator?
I'll do it.
Have you got a torch?
We should carry torches with us at all times.
I know. Where are you? Can we
Stop shouting! I'm doing the generator.
Fine. Jesus.
Cam hides the phone and charger. The lights come back on. Alex returns.
Just a blackout. I'll reassess what we're sending power to and if something needs to change.
We should put the torches somewhere we can get to easily in the dark.
I'm thinking I could make us some belts, like emergency packs we can wear at all times. I've got some carabiners we can hook on torches and other emergency supplies.
Great idea.
Hang on.
Alex embraces Cam.
What's going on? You okay?
I'm glad it's not the end. We still get time.
We do.
You need to be ready. You're not ready yet.
We'll train hard. I love you.
Love you.
We're going to be okay.
We will.
We're going to be great. You've built us an incredible bunker.
I've done my best.
Alex, you've done amazing.
There's been a couple of hiccups.
But it works. We have somewhere to live. Our biggest problem is probably going to be that we get bored. If that's going to be our biggest problem, living in a literal climate catastrophe, that's all right with me.
Hopefully. I need to run some tests with the power supply.
Blackouts happen. They happen all the time. The last one before I moved into the bunker went on for 2 weeks. It was fine. No one even looted the Woolworths. It's what we do now, like brushing your teeth.
But we're not on the grid anymore. When the rest of the state goes dark, we shouldn't too.
I'm sure it's a small issue. We'll be fine.
You go ahead, start a cycle. I want to get started on the tests.
Alex pulls out a pen and gets to work. Cam begins the cycle, gently, aware of the pain that may come, aware of Alex. Alex goes, counting calculations on fingers, muttering. While Cam runs on the spot, the lights flicker. The pain creeps in, but Cam pushes on, gritting teeth, breathing hard. Cam completes the cycle and grabs their stomach. Alex returns, scribbling on the back of their hand with the pen. Deep in thought, Alex looks up at the lights. Cam stands up straight.
Hey, Cam,
Yeah?
reckon I'm going to look at putting in a skylight. Get some natural light going. Then if we black out in the day, we'll be okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to finish the digging first.
Great.
Then I'll install the airlock,
Sounds good.
and then I can get started on the skylight.
And then leveling out the entrance?
That's a low priority right now.
We need more tins.
I'll do a supply run.
Anything I can do to help?
You can finish your cardio cycle.
I did finish it.
You can come help me dig then. 4 hands are better than 2.
Alex climbs the ladder.
You coming?
Maybe I can do something in here.
Sure. There are plenty of supplies to get organised.
Great.
Great. I'll get started.
Me too.
Alex goes. Cam tests to see how they can walk. They hunch over and limp to collect a green shopping bag. Cam tries to pick up the shopping bag, but they can't lift it. Cam gingerly nudges the bag to where they want it using their feet. Cam sits on the ground carefully and begins unpacking the tins inside the bag. Scene 7. Cam stacks tins, building little cylindrical towers. They are encroaching on the rest of the bunker. Cam pauses and examines one tin in particular. Cam fits the tin into the crook of their arm. Cam gets another tin and fits the two together. Cam looks at what they've made. Cam rocks and shushes the tin baby. A spasm sends Cam into doubling over, dropping the tins.
Oh no! Shh, shh. It's alright. You're alright.
Holding their stomach, Cam bends over and collects the tins. Cam examines the tins. They're okay. If one is dented, Cam kisses it better before building them back into the tin baby nestled in their arms. Cam hums the tin baby a little lullaby. Alex accidentally drops some tins coming down the ladder. Cam quickly dismantles the tin baby and stacks it into the rest of the tins.
I dropped a couple, but I reckon they should be okay.
Let me check. If they're open, we'll have to eat them tonight.
How many tins have we got?
I'm not sure.
You haven't been keeping count as you've been going?
Should I have been?
Well, we won't know how much we've got there.
I think this one's intact.
We should do a count, find out how many more we need. Are they in any particular order?
They're all tins.
But they're not all the same.
No, there's baked beans, kidney beans, chickpeas, alphabetic spaghetti, pineapple
But did you
slices.
organise them by type or anything?
They don't need to be organised by type. They have labels.
They won't be ready if we can't find the ones we need. We need some sort of system.
You are welcome to reorganise it now.
But
You reorganise, I'll do my wellness cycle, tick it off early today. How's that?
Alex relents and begins sorting through tins as Cam starts moving through the cycle.
you're falling behind me on the power cycles.
I did one yesterday.
That was the first time you've done one for at least a week. I'm at least 10 cycles ahead of you.
I'll make them up. We've got time. It's fine.
Alex counts. A spasm rolls through Cam, who masks it. Cam takes a moment, checks if Alex saw. They didn't.
Did you know I've always wanted to be a lesbian?
You haven't had a boyfriend since before you dated Marina, at least.
Yeah, but like...
A full-blown, all-the-way gold star, never even seen a dick dyke.
Exactly.
What about lesbians with dicks?
Good point. I meant not having penis and vagina sex. Although, I'm not having as much spontaneous sex with ejaculating penises as I imagined I would be in a hedonistic global orgy as we lead up to the end of the world as we know it.
What's wrong with penis and vagina sex?
Nothing. The alternatives are just easier.
Nothing easy about my exes.
Skylar and Charlie are outliers in this scenario.
You're not even considering Milo?
What about Colette?
Well,
Anyway, I'm saying there are different ways of having sex that are cheaper.
are they?
They're safer.
What are your variables for safe?
Like, contraceptive wise, at least it's cheaper and safer. I'm not going to accidentally get knocked up because someone couldn't get my cock out in time. Sorry, babe.
Plus, you can't be running around after the end of civilization with a baby on your back.
There's no way you could bring a baby into the world right now.
No way.
No way.
What, so it can starve or burn or die from a treatable and avoidable but too expensive illness?
Or if I died and you died, there'd be no one to look after it and it'd die anyway.
I don't think I want kids.
I've always been on the fence.
It'd take a huge effort for me to be a parent anyway.
True. Like, they're cute, but I don't know if I'll ever be ready to touch human shit, you know?
There is no way you're surviving the apocalypse with that attitude, honey. It's going to get messy. You better work.
Yeah, but I'm gonna be fighting for my life, so hopefully the adrenaline will kick in and I'll get through it.
That's how you'll eat the rabbit.
The rabbit is different. The rabbit is premeditated. The rabbit isn't blood and guts fighting for my life.
So, you could kill another human being but not eat a rabbit?
Could you?
I'll do what I need to in order to stay alive. I could kill someone if they wanted to hurt us.
Okay,
You're welcome.
thank you.
Something useful came from shipping me off to boot camp. Thanks, Mum and Dad. Love ya.
Alex practices punches. Cam absent-mindedly rubs their stomach.
If they were trying to kill you, or me, and I tried to stop them from killing us, and I accidentally killed them in a way where I didn't really see it, no, it's the aftermath. And the doing of it, the violent, hard bit, but it's afterwards, mostly, I think. Living with it, I couldn't cope with that. But the rabbit isn't the one trying to kill me. The rabbit did nothing wrong. It was just hopping about, going about its little rabbit life with its little rabbit family.
I maintain you are going to have to eat the rabbit.
I think I need to get my contraception removed.
Why?
It expires soon.
Does it need to come out if it's not functioning anymore?
I don't know. When the doctor put it in, they just said, "See you in 5 years," and gave me a fact sheet.
Well, did you read it?
Yeah, 5 years ago. Who knows what this piece of foreign hardware could do? Rotting away in there, leaking toxic shit into my bloodstream.
Who's going to take it out?
I'm not sure.
We don't know how much hospitals are charging now, or what the wait list is like.
If it was an emergency, they'd have to see me, right?
Yeah, if you got a limb hacked off and were spraying blood everywhere. You know, one person I went to high school with, their IUD travelled and ended up getting embedded in an artery.
Fuck.
Yeah, had to have major surgery.
What happened to her?
Oh, they're fine now. They got it removed.
I'm a bit worried.
We'll get it out.
Yeah. I haven't had a painful period since I got it put in. I don't want to waste our medicine stash on period pain once it's out.
I'll increase our turmeric stock. It reduces inflammation. Could even plant some turmeric root up there.
We should find any doctors or nurses doing freelance backstreet consults.
It's more than a consult to get it out.
I know.
We should pick up some more sterilization supplies, just in case I have to, and extra bandages.
And a scalpel.
I don't know if I can pick up a scalpel out there.
I've been thinking about who our bunker is for.
Again?
Still,
We're all we need.
I'm not sure.
It's going to be hard enough for the two of us without...
I put out a message.
You did what?
I used the phone.
Cam,
If you can get a signal, you can still get online. I got online and put out a call for applications.
Applications?
For a housemate. A bunker mate. They came flooding in. I've no idea how we choose.
Choose. You're not Noah. Our bunk is not an ark.
You don't need...
What about me?
You don't need saving. You're fine. You're going to be the last one standing.
I understand survival.
If we can share the bunker with one other person...
That isn't your decision to make.
No, it's ours. Look, Dallas, 39 years old, a biochemist who writes beautiful poetry. Amina, 18, an international basketballer and already studying to be a doctor. Hyoma, 27, a midwife and speaks 5 languages.
We aren't doing this, Cam. Put the phone away.
Or what about Ariadne, a retired gynecologist who plays the clarinet? We could have beautiful music all the time. Vin, a paramedic and poodle trainer. Hazel, a botanist who likes cooking ramen. They would know all about which plants that would help us if we got sick.
I built this. It's our bunker for us. If we share it, there won't be enough for you and me.
Then we need to build it better so there is enough.
There isn't enough. There is not enough. You need to save yourself.
I am. Will you just look?
Don't show me their faces.
We could help.
No.
Just one person. Just one.
How could we choose? How do you decide?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking for your help.
I already did this. I chose you. That's the exercise, right? You're supposed to pick the person who will make life worth living.
These are real people too.
We don't know who these people are.
What about Mariiki?
That could be anyone trying to catfish us so they can kill us and steal our bunker.
Or Adam. Oh no. This is a troll. Writing in all caps that his medical contribution would be his semen to repopulate the planet and blames feminists for the downfall of humanity. That's a firm no to Adam.
See? Anyone who can still access a signal could...
Or Finn, age 9. Like some sour gummy lollies and his cat Cheeky. Do you think Cheeky could come too? How much extra supplies would a cat need?
It won't work.
We could make it work. If we wanted to, if we really wanted to, we could vet them, do a complete background check.
Fine. We can discuss bringing in a third person. If you eat it. If you eat the rabbit, I'll look through all the applications with you. I'll catch the rabbit and I'll kill it, and then you'll eat it. Then we can discuss someone else coming aboard. What's it going to be?
That's not fair.
It's not fair that you offered help we can't give to complete strangers.
You're as toxic as your parents.
I need to keep digging. We can put all these tins in the crates and put them in the ground.
Can you level out the entrance while you're there?
Is there someone in a wheelchair you thought would come live in our bunker with us?
No.
Make sure that phone is off. We can't waste electricity charging it.
Alex.
I'll finish stacking the tins.
Alex grabs a tin. Cam stands up.
I'll go start leveling it out.
Alex ignores Cam as they get up and go to the ladder. Alex stacks the tins. Cam tries to climb the ladder. They can't. Cam quietly slips off down the passage to the bedroom. Alex is left with the tins. Scene 8. Alex practices with the knife, slashing and darting, striking and dodging. Alex fights harder. Alex fights until they cry out. Alex delivers a death stab and drops the knife. Alex howls into their hands. Alex pulls themselves together, wipes away the tears, picks up the knife. Scene 9. Alex wears a homemade belt. A mini torch hangs from it amongst pockets and pouches. A second belt is laid out for Cam. Cam tentatively puts it on, testing it against their sore stomach.
Thanks for the belt. Fits perfectly. Don't know how much more ready we can get. What's this bit for?
That's where the knife can go.
Oh, okay.
Alex puts the knife in Cam's belt.
Do you want to do a fight cycle? Or I can just be the bag if you want to practice your strikes.
Cam holds up their hands.
Come on, I want to help. I deleted the post. I didn't respond to any of the messages. I didn't even tell them what country we're in. No one knows where we are. No one will come banging on our door. I don't know how much longer there'll be a signal anyway, or how long it will be before the whole internet is locked behind paywalls.
I'm trying my hardest to keep the two of us alive.
I know.
It's going to be difficult enough to make sure the two of us are okay.
I know.
I'm trying my best.
Thank you.
You're my family.
And you're mine.
It's just you and me.
Me and you.
And our knife.
Against the world.
Alex swings, slowly and gently. Alex blocks and returns a strike. They spar. Alex pulls the knife. Cam disarms Alex and the knife falls to the ground. Alex gets Cam in a hold. It becomes an embrace.
I'll go on a supply run.
Bring me a chocolate bar while we still can.
Cam, child slaves probably made the chocolate bars.
Just this once. Last chocolate bar on earth.
I'll keep an eye out. No promises. You need to start digging.
I will.
See you tonight.
Be safe.
You too.
Cam looks at the knife.
Should take this with you.
Alex takes the knife from Cam's pack.
See you soon.
Alex collects a face mask, hat, sunglasses, jacket, a disguise, and goes. Cam checks Alex is gone, then takes the belt off, letting it fall, massaging their stomach. Cam looks at the ladder. Cam crawls back to the tins and tries to stack them. Cam lies down, holding the tins. Scene 10. Alex bursts in, climbing down the ladder with green eco-shopping bags filled with new supplies. Alex lets go of the bags, pulling off their disguise. Alex tries to catch their breath. Alex puts 2 fingers to their throat and times their pulse. Alex begins to calm down. Alex produces a bottle of hand sanitizer and applies it vigorously. Alex puts their fingers to their throat and tests their pulse again. Cam lies amongst the tins.
Fires are still burning, in the northern as well as the eastern states now too.
Shit, that's not
New
good.
Prime Minister too.
For fuck's
Don't
sake.
sit up yet.
Why not?
Give me a sec.
I'm sitting up.
Don't turn around.
Alex.
Close your eyes.
Why?
Trust me. No peeking.
I'm not.
Keep them closed.
They're closed.
Alex assembles the dinner around Cam, who waits, eyes covered. Alex checks over their work. It is ready.
All right. Ready. Open your eyes.
Oh my. Wow. Oh, wow. And you've got.
Your favourite.
How did you.
Dumpster diving.
I didn't think I'd ever drink this again.
Cheers.
To us.
To us.
This is perfect.
It's nothing.
I love you.
Dig in.
Smells good. Did you make this?
Yes.
How?
The abandoned Greek restaurant on 6th Street. It's been looted, but no one could get the oven out. Hope it tastes good. Did my best.
I can't wait.
Alex picks up a mouthful of food.
Cam,
No, don't.
I'm extending you an olive branch.
Fine.
Alex feeds Cam.
How is it?
Mmm. Amazing, honey.
No bees were harmed in the making of this meal. Have another.
I can manage, thank you. I've been feeding myself my whole life. I don't need you to take over now.
They eat. It is good. Cam notices a taste. Cam chews carefully. Cam takes a piece and raises it up to their eye.
Everything all right?
What did you put in this?
What do you mean?
The filling. What's the filling made of?
Oh, I blended it. Well, they didn't have a blender, so I had to improvise with a spatula. Mashed it all up together. Everything got all swirly.
There's
and
just this funny taste.
I did get a bit excited by the spice rack.
I think I've tasted this before.
It's my first attempt. I think I got the recipe right, but I might have.
Yeah, I have tasted this before.
I was very excitable with the rosemary.
Is
and
there meat in this? Is this? Did you serve me a dead animal? Did you cook me a beautiful dinner that contains a carcass?
Now, Cam,
Oh my. Wait. Is this? It's not.
What?
Is this rabbit? How dare you? What is wrong with you?
I just wanted to see.
How could you do this to me?
I was going to tell you.
After I ate it.
It tastes good, doesn't it?
We're vegan.
You're vegan.
Have you been eating meat?
We can't be vegan forever.
But I'm vegan today.
It's just a little bit of meat.
How dare you? How dare you?
It's not that big of a deal,
So
Cam.
you're fine with shitting all over my trust in you?
That's not what I...
Oh, I don't. I trust you. I trusted you.
And I trust you.
Obviously you don't. I'm not a child, Alex. You're not my parent. I don't need you to make my decisions for
You're
me.
completely missing the point.
You are not a god, Alex. You are not the king here. You are not our judge. This was not your decision to make.
I wasn't trying to hurt you. I would never hurt you.
You have betrayed me so profoundly, completely and utterly. You have destroyed a part of me that we can
Hang
never.
on there.
You let me eat it. You made me. You fed
Let
me.
me explain,
You
Cam.
were all endearing with your food and your face and all this, and I felt guilty and the whole phone, and you fed meat to me. Oh my god. I ate meat. I ate a dead animal. It's inside me.
Cam,
It's inside me.
Yeah, it's inside you, okay?
Get it out.
You're okay.
I am not okay.
You're okay. You're grossed out and you're not happy about it, but physically, you're okay, aren't you?
I feel sick.
But you're not actually sick. You're all right.
I am so angry with you.
Yeah, be angry, but you're not physically hurt.
That's not. I want to vomit.
Cam.
I want it out of me. Oh, it won't come out.
You're okay. It doesn't have to come out. You're okay. Come on, body scan. Close your eyes. I'll do it too.
Alex closes their eyes.
All right, breathing deeply. In through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth.
Cam watches Alex.
Bring your attention to your toes. Say hello to them. Feel where your feet touch the ground. Allow your attention to rise up through your calves, knees, thighs. Notice any sensation in your pelvis. If there isn't any sensation, be aware of the absence. If your thoughts drift, notice what you are focusing on.
Cam grabs at their abdomen.
Shift your attention up your stomach, across your back to your shoulders. Send it to your upper arms, elbows, forearms, into the hands and fingers.
Cam rings.
Then the attention moves into the neck, face, back of the head, finally reaching the top of the head. And we're done. How do you feel now?
Alex opens their eyes and checks Cam. Cam grits through the pain, concealing it.
If you don't want to be vegan anymore, you could have just said,
It's not about me.
this was all about you. You completely disregarded my beliefs. You took away my autonomy and you abused my trust in you.
Abused? It was for you.
What I put into my body isn't up for you to decide. You didn't talk to
I
me.
knew you would say no.
Of course I would say no.
But feel this, now, how you are right now, in this moment, alive and well. It was okay to eat the meat.
Okay is the wrong word.
I'm worried for you. Really, really scared, actually, for when it happens here to us, that we won't be ready. We need to be fully prepared, and if we get into a position where we need to hunt our own food and you're refusing to eat meat, what's the reality then? What does that look like to you? I'll tell you what it looks like to me. It looks like you and me, alone, in terrifying conditions, just us and our knife. Yeah, sure, we can eat plants if we know they're not going to kill us, but that won't be enough. We need to be invincible. So I'll hunt animals and I'll eat them, and you'll do what? Not eat them? Get thinner? Get weaker? And then you can't run or walk. You can't fight. What can we do? Wait? For what? For you to get sick? For something to come and eat us? The pathetic things dangling at the bottom of the food chain? 2 sitting ducks. Because I couldn't leave you. This isn't just your choice. You're risking my life too. I ate this too. I didn't want to. I was looking for bloody chocolate for you. I opened the freezer and there was some gyros meat all frozen in the corner. And I thought, I can save Cam. I can keep Cam safe. We'll be okay if we eat a little bit of meat together. I didn't want to, but I did it. And I'll do it again. I'll be ready. Will you?
Cam packs up the dinner around them. Alex waits. Cam carries their dinner away. Alex furiously pounds through a cycle. Alex goes to push over a tall tower of tins, then holds back at the last minute. Cam returns.
I'm going to bed.
Scene 11. Cam and Alex recline, wearing homemade skincare masks and cucumber slices over their eyes. Alex takes a cucumber slice off one eye and nibbles it. Tins are everywhere. Alex has an idea, looks at Cam, gets up as quietly and as carefully as possible, and fetches a cup, a bottle of soda water, and the bottle of a clear alcoholic liquid from the night before. Alex prepares the drink, adds a cucumber slice as a garnish. Alex reclines again beside Cam and sips on the drink. Alex takes another sip. Alex pours another big splash of alcohol into the cup. Alex tries to relax. Alex removes and nibbles on a cucumber slice.
What are you drinking?
It's soda water. 0 calories. I'm hydrating.
Soda water doesn't smell like this. Come on, Alex.
It's just one drink.
Alex does a shot directly from the bottle.
I don't care if you drink the whole bottle that you brought for me. You do you, boo.
I couldn't figure out if I needed water or alcohol.
Alex?
Good or bad. Fuel or failure. Reality or escapism.
How's your mask going?
Sticky.
It's deep cleansing, drawing out the toxins.
How much longer?
3 minutes. Proud of you, cucumber eyes.
It reduces inflammation. No puffy eyes.
Didn't realise we had to look our best for the apocalypse.
Have you done your power cycle today?
I'll do it in a
Do
bit.
it in a bit. You'll disturb my cycle.
Oh, the period undies fit. such a good idea. Oof, that price tag though.
Made a dent in the trust fund. The rest of my superannuation is in the safe. Take some cash, treat yourself.
How do you have this much super?
I've been working for the man since I was 8 years old, baby. Baby Einstein was in demand. And the rest is courtesy of the bank of mum and dad.
Wow, generous.
Generosity isn't their strong suit.
How'd you get it then?
Bank transfer's illegal.
I see. Thank you, Alex's mum and dad. Oh, I could really go some incense right now. Or a candle.
Oh, look. Got plenty of tins. Tins everywhere.
There's the jumbo pack of tea lights.
We said that was in case we have electrical issues.
I know.
We need to be prepared.
We are prepared. I have period undies.
Alex nibbles another cucumber slice.
You're very calm right now.
It's important to get some rest. The cucumber slices are great. Very calming.
Yeah. Good source of hydration. We should start a bigger produce garden above the bunker.
Sounds good.
With more vegetables. Potatoes, carrots, zucchini. That always does well.
I don't really like zucchini.
Fine, no zucchini.
Come sit down. Just take a breath for a second. This is our chill time. We need to look after ourselves.
Yeah, sure. I can go on a supply run right now and pick up some seeds for
Not
the garden.
right now. 1 minute to go.
But, tins!
You just got back from a supply run.
Yeah, but I didn't get seeds.
You don't need to do that right now. We can wait.
No, we can't.
Yes, we can. This time is for...
A ripple of pain goes through Cam, who tries to squash it.
It'll take 2 seconds, then I'll come back and relax.
You can't go out like that.
What?
You're still wearing your mask. Where are your cucumber slices?
Eaten? I ate them. Relaxation cycle is over.
Alex,
Yeah?
you look like you're wearing war paint. Go wash your face, soldier.
Sir, yes, sir.
Alex grins, salutes, and does an army crawl away to the washroom.
At ease.
Tidying up, Cam picks up the knife. The pain gets worse. Cam hunches over, almost accidentally stabbing themselves. Cam considers the knife, really seeing it. Cam experiments, pressing the tip of the blade to their stomach. Cam takes a deep breath.
The mask tastes good too.
Don't spoil your dinner.
Cam puts the knife down as Alex returns.
Do you think we'll die by fire or water?
Dehydration or malnourishment?
A virus or an asteroid?
Do you think it will end suddenly or really drawn out?
I reckon we've been slowly dying for a while now.
Just depends when it all comes to the final stop.
A swift blow to the head.
We just go to sleep as a planet.
Or choking on our own blood.
Maybe they'll come with tanks and guns before the fires burn out of control or the oceans flood us with dead glaciers. I'm taking this off.
Cam leaves to remove their face mask.
How long do you think we've got? A day? A week? A month? 3 months? Maybe longer. Maybe a year if we're lucky. You should do your cardio cycle.
I already did it.
When?
When you were washing your face.
That took 2 seconds. You couldn't have finished the cycle that quick.
I'm just so fit. Smash it out. Too easy. Give me more, Captain.
Drop and give me 20 privates.
Sir, yes, sir.
A spasm rocks Cam, who cannot conceal the pain.
What's wrong? Cam, what's happening?
Oh, fuck.
It's okay.
It hurts. So freaking much.
You're tough. You've got this.
Oh, I don't feel good.
You're fine.
I'm really cold.
Your hands are hot.
I feel really, really cold.
You're sweating.
I think I'm gonna throw up.
Can you walk?
Don't move me. It hurts.
Okay, you're not going anywhere.
What? Alex? I'm bleeding.
No, you're fine. You're okay.
No, I can feel the blood.
Did you cut yourself on the knife?
No, I can feel it on my thighs.
It's just your period.
There's too much. Can't you see it?
Let me... Oh, I can feel it.
The blood soaks Cam's clothes, legs, the floor.
Alex? Why am I bleeding? There's so much. There shouldn't be this much. Should there?
It's alright. You don't need to be scared.
I am.
I'm not gonna let anything happen to you.
It hurts.
I'm not going anywhere.
I know. You'll be the last one standing. Oh, room spinning.
You're okay. You're doing great.
I am not doing great.
What do you need?
It's so bright in here and so hot. I'm cold.
Maybe it's the opposite of a blackout.
What, a light in?
Come on, up you get.
No, it hurts.
Lean on me. 1 foot forwards and the other. You've got this.
I want to lie down.
You've got to walk with me.
My bed's that way.
I'm taking you out of the bunker.
Why?
Because you're bleeding.
We can mop the floor.
No, you need to see a doctor.
Bring the doctor here.
We need to get you to the hospital.
We can't afford the.
I'll take all my super.
You can't carry me and all that cash. Alex, sit down.
Come on, keep walking.
It hurts.
Grab the rung. Don't fall. Hold it tight.
It really hurts.
You go up first. I'll follow you.
Cam tries to climb the ladder. They can't.
Come on, Cam. You can do it. Grab the next rung. I'll push you up.
Alex, I can't.
Not with that attitude, you can't. Come on, grab it, please. Come on, please.
Cam slides to the floor.
Alex, I can't. I can't.
I'm gonna call for help.
Cam writhes on the floor. Alex fetches the phone. Dials. Alex tries to find a good signal. A pre-recorded voice answers. Thank you for calling the emergency hotline. All our operators are currently unavailable. Please hold. Hold music, please.
Come on, pick up, pick up, pick up.
Alex! Hold my hand.
Fuck.
What? What's wrong?
Nothing. I just put my hand in your blood.
Cam's blood continues to fill the stage.
I'm sorry.
Don't apologize.
I'm sorry for what I said. You're not as bad.
I know.
I'm sorry for the phone trying to.
I'm sorry I force-fed.
All our operators are currently unavailable. Please hold.
Pick up. Nobody's picking up.
Can you turn the lights off? They're hurting.
Keep your eyes open for me.
I need help.
You're fine. You're going to be fine.
Help! Help me! Somebody!
I won't let anything bad happen to you.
Oops. Sorry, I just got some blood on your face.
It's alright.
The end of the world is messy. That's what you said.
At least it's not human shit.
They are both sprawled in a massive pool of Cam's blood.
I couldn't touch human shit.
You won't have to.
I won't ever touch human shit.
Okay.
And I won't eat rabbit, okay?
We can argue about that later.
My legs won't work.
That's okay.
I've been having trouble with them working for a while.
Cam.
Oh! See, this is what I meant when we said we needed to make our bunker accessible.
Why didn't you tell me?
I wanted to be ready.
We will be ready. I'll get you a wheelchair, I'll install grab bars, I'll level out the entrance, I'll carve an elevator shaft into the earth for you. We'll get whatever you need.
I want one with light-up wheels and surround sound.
That'll probably set off another blackout when I plug it into charge.
Probably.
You'll be okay in a minute.
Hey, Alex.
Hey, Cam?
You want to know something?
Yeah?
They are enveloped by the brightness, so bright the audience is momentarily blinded. The lights return to their previous state. Cam is on their feet, holding the knife high and bellowing a war cry. The lights blind us. The lights return to their previous state again. Alex witnesses. Cam steps forward.
We always die, don't we? The tricky ones. The ones they don't know what to do with. So, no more. No more blood. No more pain. No more dying. I will not. I will not die. So I'm stopping it. At the moment, there's not another way this play can end. The grown-ups have gone, and they're not coming back.
The actor playing Alex brings the actor playing Cam a mug, a warm kettle, a spoon, and the coffee sachet. The actor playing Cam makes and drinks the coffee while they speak.
My name is Jamila. I am an actor. I am disabled. I am a person with an entire universe inside of me. I'm not going to be consumed. We will not. And we see you when you try. I know what you are doing, and I say no more. I say you must show us the respect we deserve, the respect our stories deserve. And you must find an absolutely amazing person with a disability to play me. If you even think of casting me as some able-bodied, straight white girl, I curse you. I haunt you. How dare you?
A sling descends. Cam sits on the sling. It begins to rise.
By the way, I'm not on my way up to heaven. I am leaving this scene and this play. I will not be your sacrificial lamb upon the slab, waiting for you to catch up to us, while the glaciers die and the fires burn. We are dying while we wait for you. We are dying in our cane chairs. We are dying in our beds while our doctors turn their backs and issue do not resuscitate forms to children. And make sure you call me didactic. Call me didactic because I intend to teach when clearly, evidently, the lesson is not yet learnt. No more. No more blood, no more pain, no more dying. I want glitter that won't pollute the earth. I want soft sheets and hot baths, music and kisses and joy.
The bunker breaks apart. Confetti cannons, music, a celebration.
Q&A?
Yeah.
Do you want some water?
I got some water.
Thank you everybody for being here today, and we welcome you to stay for this Q&A, but if anyone has to leave, we also understand that, so it's up to you. Oh my God. Do you want to bring anyone else in your team up here then?
That's okay. Teddy's in.
Alright, so we'll get started. We know that it's been a longer session for some of you, probably the ones that are leaving, they've been in there for another hour. So we'd love to just open the floor for some questions, but I might just ask the first question to get it moving. So thank you so much for sharing that with us. I guess, I feel like it's very evident as to what inspired you to write that work, like where we are as a world and a people, but do you want to just talk a little bit about when you were inspired to write that, and what sort of pushed you to do that amazing outburst?
So I wrote the first draft of this a year ago, like February 2019, and I was working on another play, and then the federal election happened, and the Liberals got in. And at that point in time, there was also like the school strike for climate movement was happening, and like it felt incredibly present, like it was happening much more presently than it had previously been. And this week it was Greta's 100th week of striking for climate. And I felt like it felt so wrong of me to write anything else, to focus on any other theme, that if I was going to get up and go to work and write a play, how could it not be about the end of the world? And clearly, like, it's not, change isn't happening fast enough. So here's a play. Maybe something will happen. Maybe no. Maybe it would change one person's mind. But to say to people like Audrey, who are children, that I can hear you and I see you.
Very powerful having you in the work. Just had to get emotional. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
I think in terms of emotions, it's an emotional thing to realise that, like, and Jamila puts this very eloquently by saying, like, the grown-ups aren't going to save us. They're not here helping because our leaders care more about money than us. And so, you know, it's hard to realise that no one's going to help you other than yourself and the people. Yeah, it's a difficult thing. And I think that election kind of reminded me in a way as well of, like, love and how much we need to help others and teach other people and be unified. So yeah,
definitely. All the questions you propose about it just being the two of you or individuals, it's really pushes forward that we need each other. We always will, and that's going to be the challenge forever. I just wanted to ask another question before anyone's free to ask anything. But the process that you've had with Teddy and the two of you, how's it worked in the last 2 weeks in this space together, working with your script?
Yeah.
Your play, sorry.
It's been great. Teddy's been on Zoom on a laptop. And it has felt quite often that Teddy's just the other side of the table from us.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of talking about the ideas and how it relates to our personal lives, and then reading the script, me going away and rewriting it. Teddy and I sitting down and doing intense sort of script surgery on it, and then bringing it back for Audrey and I to have another read. So that's, 2 weeks of that.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been great, and I think particularly in the first week, what was brilliant was I felt like our conversations were very intersectional. We would always bring whatever themes and symbols we were talking about in the play back to disability and back to queerness and back to climate anxiety, and it really it helped me as an actor to kind of understand the play a bit more, and I think it also developed the script more for the better, how interconnected it ended up becoming.
And it was great. We also had Erin Fowler pop in and have a look at the physical cycles that these two are training through, and exploring how to do them. And because I have endometriosis and some days I struggle to walk, but some days I'm okay, and wondering how my body would just cope with doing that. And it seems pretty okay, because my body doesn't feel pain when I'm on stage performing. So leave me up here as long as you can, Kat. But I was really had in mind that I wanted to make sure to put safeguards in place so that any actor, and whatever the disability is, that they can do some version of it, and they would have to be hiding that from Alex.
What is fight cycle? I kept sort of imagining different things.
Sparring, like punching and
okay.
yeah.
Just amping each other up.
It's
Fitness.
pretty fun actually to do in real life with lines.
Okay.
Hypes you up a bit.
Great. So you have a whole other side of this development that we didn't see today.
Yeah.
So that's really interesting. Yeah. Is there any questions from the floor?
Hi, Jamila.
Hi, Patrick.
Question. One of the things which struck me was that you don't sort of explicitly address, you just ever slightly allude to what has actually put you in this like you sort of mentioned excuse me, you mentioned ever so slightly, there's fires, there's yet another Prime Minister. But you chose not to actually talk about the elephant in the room of what actually sort of happens to the world. Is there a reason behind that?
Yeah, because I see it as not happening like in 10 years or 20 years. It's happening today, that these characters have seen everything and they've gone, I'm going to build a bunker and I'm going to go live in it, and I'm going to train to be the best version, the strongest version of myself, that I will survive everything that's going to come. So, yes.
That characters more anticipating the end of the world rather than responding to it.
Yeah, we had big discussions about
really
this.
Big.
And originally there was a lot more language in the text around like the notion of afterwards, after the apocalypse, and Cam being more like when that happens. But that's kind of been stripped back a bit more, and they're a bit, that this is happening, and it's just how long will it take until it's on top of them that this is happening?
I think, we discussed a lot that Cam and Alex are kind of on two different wavelengths. They're both on completely separate paths a lot of the time. And you see that in the language of the supply run, not the shopping trip. Because, Alex goes out into the world and sees the world and can leave the bunker and is able to because they can get up the ladder. And it's possible that Cam hasn't actually been up in the world for a long time. And so I think it's kind of interesting once you know that to like then read into the play and go, oh wow, Cam really doesn't know that it's happening the whole time. It's an interesting way to look at it, I think.
Anything else people are thinking about?
Yeah, we've got a question from someone watching online.
Oh my gosh, hello! Thank you for watching.
What do you want the audience to do after watching this?
Oh, write to your MP, vote. vote wisely. Like, go on a march. Like, tear it down, basically, if you can achieve that. Yeah, if, like, how can your workplace be handling this better? How can your boss, how can your family? Is there a really hard conversation you need to have with your partner? Like, what is the change that you can make in your immediate life? And see more theatre.
Yeah, very similar. I think for me, this just particularly this development has kind of opened up as an able person, like the idea of always considering disabled people, which is something I try to do, but I'm not always successful at because it doesn't affect me. And so, you know, trying to be actively anti-ableism rather than just not ableist, like anti-racism. Yeah, I think this play is about connection and love, and it's about unity and how we can face hard times together. And I think whatever you think you can do to act on that, you know, whether or not you can vote, etc., do it.
Yeah.
Be active, folks.
Any questions that people have? Oh yes, over here.
Hi, just the two of you, the relationship you have, you didn't get into it a lot, and I sort of was wondering how you met, how you were, what the story was, and there was some talk about, I picked you, but that was about as far as you went into it. Was there a reason why you didn't sort of develop that more? Was that just a part, because it wasn't really the message?
Yeah, everything's so assumed between the two of them. Like, they're clearly people who've known each other for quite a long time, best friends for life. There is, well, in this case, it's an age gap, but I didn't write it thinking about who would be cast and trying to write it as open as I could in some ways. But they're just two people who are best friends, and this is all, for whatever reason, this is all the other person who they have.
Yeah.
Did you imagine they're the same age?
In my brain I did, and then I was trying to cast for this development, and I just didn't think I could do it in the first stage development with someone who wasn't bringing that really youthful perspective, because my like sense of knowing about the end of the world is going to be very different to a young person's. And I thought of Audrey and all the intersections that they have within them, their little universe, and I thought it would be a great service to the development to have someone who is on the ground at School Strike for Climate and is queer and is amazing and is great.
I think, yeah, I wasn't even considering the age gap when I kind of came into this project, and then the end of last week, I kind of, the work kind of gained a new light, or I gained a new perspective on it because of considering that, and considering the fact that Alex has got a very different mindset, and I would say a generationally different mindset to Cam. And I think there's a lot of denial in Cam about eating the rabbit, and I think Alex knows what they need to do and will do whatever they need to do to get there. And I think that having a young person in the role, such as myself, serves that. Yeah.
And I think it's great to see a young person in this role and have the audience not be able to look away from it, and like see a young person adding vodka to their drink and getting drunk because they can't cope with what is happening. Like, look at what you've done. These are your children. Would you like to come and pick them up and make sure they're safe? Yeah. So now that I've done it, I kind of like want to add a little something into it, into the casting.
For you to watch the video.
Yeah.
You do not play that old. You know, I mean, for a person older than you.
Thank you.
There does not seem to be mega time between the two of you, and certainly Alex acts older,
Yes.
behaves older.
Yes.
So
I think,
totally.
honestly, I think everyone my age who's aware of the world acts older than they probably should.
Yeah, older than the adults in the room. Yeah.
The age difference is 10 years.
Yeah.
And then it's like a similar gap between me and Teddy, our director dramaturg. So, but that was really cool to have 3 like different generations and different experiences of the world. Yeah.
Hi.
Hello.
I think it's really interesting how your characters kind of tap into this outside world, and it's the world that we're living in, and it sort of speaks of dependency. However, I want to put it to you that I think it's, I don't think it's necessarily political. We artists who work in the arts, I think we can do better than blame it on our political climate. Because if you kind of have a look at that history and the history of change, it never really assists the arts. It never really kind of changes, people speaking out and kind of performing issues. So I definitely think when you are further developing this work, which you definitely should, in many different ways, you really need to consider it as not so much an attack on that, but a more kind of uplifting, way of speaking. Does that make sense?
No, it didn't make sense to me at all. I'm sorry, I don't know what you're talking about.
So instead of saying that we kind of can't do things because of our political climate, sort of,
What things? You mean like go to the theatre or?
I mean like changing our culture, changing our way of thinking, and being dependent on our political government. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think I'm understanding what you're saying.
Yeah, so it's more about, I think, self-empowering, still issuing, these things to audiences and still developing works like this, but not entirely blaming it on our government. I think it's too easy to do that.
Yeah.
It's way too easy to do that. I mean, and you still addressed it in the script, but don't make that the crux of the work. It's so much more than that.
Yeah.
You know?
No, you're absolutely right. It's a culture and it's a societal
Absolutely,
thing.
and that's not dependent on politics. It's a fraction of it is, but not a lot of it.
And
Look at how social reform takes place.
I think maybe to put that more concisely, if I can, what I'm kind of thinking from that is we can kind of flip that the other way and go, we could create change without relying on our systems of power, without voting a new government in. We can still make the change by, revolutionaries and artists coming together to create that. And I think that's maybe what is being alluded to here with the question of, do we bring in another person? Do we build a new society and face the end of the world around our ethics and around our ethics and our morals, or do we base our morals and ethics off of how we know to survive? Which I think is kind of the difference between Cam and Alex for a lot of this. Cam is maybe thinking about helping other people, even if it is in a more selfish way than that. And Alex is going with a very neoliberalistic approach to survival, I think. A very you and me, this is ours, we're going to protect it, we're going to not let anyone else in, we're going to kill everyone else who tries to get it from us. Yeah, so I think, there's definitely a question to be posed there in further development. You're right.
Thank you.
Did you imagine what was happening with, well, you knew as the writer what was happening with Cam, but was it metaphorical or physical or psychological?
It's physical, but it also works like symbolically and metaphorically as well. Of someone whose disability is becoming visible and is worsening and is moving and becoming incredibly debilitating to the point that it is endangering their life. And then.
And is the blood at the end metaphorical then?
Yeah, I think it would be, and like the degree of blood I'm picturing on stage. Like, yes, like carry it up in here, like just gushes. But there is a degree of like real blood that would be happening to Cam.
I began wondering, is she pregnant? What has happened? But it all seemed very uterine centered.
Endo can seem pretty uterine centered.
I thought it was interesting that you kind of brought up the fact that not all disabilities are visible. I thought that was really, I thought that was really clever and really, interesting, and I think it made me think, oh yeah, that's right. It reminded me that not all disabilities are actually visible. It was really clever. Well done.
Thank you. It was deliberate.
I think something that kind of came to light for me in talking to you over this time, Jamila, and forgive me if I get this wrong, is that you talked about the moment that you found out you were disabled, and that was like, oh, now I have to care about this. Like I have to, because it affects me. And that's like a really hard thing, and I think it's very much the same for queer people, in a different way, of course, but it's interesting when you suddenly realise that oppression and struggle affects you more than others, or you're less privileged than others, even if you are in other ways. It's like, oh no. And I think that might be what's happening for Cam, or what Cam's denying throughout the play. I don't want to be disabled.
Yes.
Is the thing.
The secrecy surrounding any invisible disability.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you're hiding it inside of yourself because society doesn't accept it with any kind of difference.
Yes.
And what you're experiencing, I think it's represented symbolically and whatever beautifully in the play, because you're hiding it the whole time. And every time Alex leaves, there's this other underlay, like this other level where I'm starting to think, what is this mystery about? Why is she hiding it? And then, is Alex like hoarding something? Is Alex a bad person? Is Alex just hiding her in there? So I think it creates a bit of mystery on multiple levels, but then on the other hand, I think it's a bit of an introduction to those invisible disabilities that basically elicit shame in you,
Yes.
rather than enabling a society to accept difference, what it is, and embrace it. So
Yeah, I think I realised recently that it was so much easier, and it was really hard, to come out as queer, but it's so much harder to have come out as disabled when people don't see you as disabled, and seeing people's entire perspective of you shift and the way they treat you shift. Like, why would you want to reveal that to someone whose your existence is depending on them to a degree? So yeah, it is. We can do better. We must do better.
Jamila, is your other plays you're writing have a similar kind of vibe or inspiration at the moment?
No. The one I'm writing at the moment is about school shootings.
Okay.
And about like ultra violence in young women, and how statistically women don't commit mass shootings. Why is that? The first school shooting in the 70s was by a young woman, but she's never mentioned, and there hasn't been one since, and I'm just like so obsessed with that. So I'm like looking and going down a massive rabbit hole that I'm terrified that some government authority is going to arrive on my doorstep. And
Where was that?
that was in California.
Was she a Manson survivor? I mean, who was the shooter?
Her name, why is it escaping me? I've been writing it for 4 months. There's the song about her.
Yeah, I don't like Mondays.
I don't like Mondays.
Because her defense in court, or the reason that she said she did it, was that she didn't like Mondays. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's where that song came from.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Butterfly Kicks, my other play, is about like queer identity and coming out in that process and existing as a visible queer person in school. So they're all but quite, usually involving young people to a degree at the moment, but a bit different. Another one's about a cult, which is also one room setting. So this is like my second bunker play.
nice.
Yeah, so in regards to the development, so you've written the play, this is your first development together. Where do you see this next stage? How do you see it coming to life? What sort of theatre setting? Is it tourable? All those kind of things.
Yeah, I think there's definitely like the tourable version, and as an emerging playwright, it's really tempting to write, you know, a two-hander, one location, very limited, minimal props. But then the ending was new in the last few days, and I was like, fuck that. I want to be as ambitious as I can be. Like, I want like State Theatre or Sydney Theatre to put this on in the Dunnston, and I want it to be massive. And but I think you could also do your own version of that, a small ending. But I think it needs another development, maybe not a full 2 weeks, but more time with Teddy doing dramaturgy work on it, and then more reads with actors, and then rehearsals, stage that baby. So if anyone would like to buy it, we can discuss. Yeah,
that's what I was hoping. I can't see everybody's faces here, but just that this is the opportunity, the on the ground grassroots spot. But then we're hoping that out of these residencies come greater things is already great. It's amazing how watching you read it off a paper is enough as well. It's incredible, like how powerful it is. So when I first saw it the other day, I was like, is this the stage direction? Or with the computers there, I was like, wow, that could be so relevant to how we live today. Everything's there anyway now. So, but it would be lovely to see. I think if we can all watch out for these amazing artists, the next stage, hopefully the Mill can support. But watch this space, and we'll see where this work goes. Are there more questions?
Is there a future at Rumpus for this piece?
Butterfly Kicks is on at Rumpus, postponed till 2021, thanks COVID. But Rumpus are great. I'm heavily involved there in the running of it, so I'm sure I can talk to some people.
Before we finish off, is there anything? Yeah.
I couldn't help pick up on your comment about how you mentioned how powerful this was just with the reading. Jamila, is that sort of intentional thing with your work? Because I am reminded of Butterfly Kicks just with how that was very, very powerful just as a reading as well. You seem to be writing things that don't at all actually rely on the theatre. You think of somebody like Ibsen, for example, who's very big on direction and sort of mise-en-scene. You seem to be sort of down the other end of the spectrum.
Thank you. And just you wait till it's on a stage and you've got all the lights and the props and the set. Thank you, Patrick. That's really nice.
Is that sort of an intentional sort of thing in your writing?
I just set out to write a play, and then I do a version that is for the reading, which has a lot less stage directions and a lot less like little details of like Alex continually slicing cucumbers and eating more and more of these eye circles. So there is like
there's a lot of cucumber slices involved, like a whole cucumber's worth is eaten.
Yeah, I give the stage directions that I think the audience need to understand what's happening, but that's it. Great. Thank you all so much for coming.
And to the rest of the team that have been working, and parents and everybody that's in the room. Okay. Thanks, guys.
Great.
You've still got another 2 shows in your boat.
I know. Let's go again.
Let's go again.
Oh, come here. Hey, Audrey, that was the worst idea I've ever heard in my life. Don't read them all up beforehand. Are you kidding me? You were,